I hate to do this, man. All right, y'all. I think I probably have watched the worst Karate Kid movie ever made. So I'm recording this out of my car, of course, and because I said this is not worth going home and setting everything up, and then this is just my out of the theater reaction. As you can hear from the lack of enthusiasm in my voice, I did not like this movie at all. And I am a big fan of the Karate Kid franchise. The first movie is my second favorite movie of all time, behind Rocky 3. Part 2, I have a lot of love for. As flawed as that movie is, I have a lot of love for Part 2. 3 is a guilty pleasure because Terry Silver really sells the movie, you know what I mean? And even the next Karate Kid, though I really like that movie, but I had to respect the performance by Hilary Swank, and at the time I was kind of crushing on her. And of course, Pat Morita is always as good as Miyagi. There's nothing about Karate Kid's Legends where I can say, okay, that's a highlight. I kind of liked it that. Nah. From the moment this movie opened, actually the movie opened up pretty cool because it started out with Karate Kid 2, and that was the first and only Karate Kid movie I've ever seen in the cinema was Part 2 with my pops. And it's kind of funny because I reminded my dad of that, and as you get older, I guess, you know, my dad remembers probably like maybe 5% of my childhood. Or my dad, remember we went to go see Karate Kid 2 at the RKO and how special that was? He said, son, I don't remember that. I mean, to you, it was one of the greatest moments of your life, but to me, it was Tuesday. Que sera, sera. But anyways, Karate Kid Legends, y'all, like, look, after the opening scene where it showed the flashback of Karate Kid 2, I was like, okay, let's see what this goes. And it was just whack from there on, you know. And I feel bad because I think the new Karate Kid, I thought he did a decent job with what he was given. But it plays all the same beats of the first one. Like, how many times are you going to show that same formula of new kid in town, hooks up with the girl happens to have a jealous boyfriend who's an asshole that knows martial arts. We've seen this in the first movie. We've seen this in even next Karate Kid. We've seen this in Cobra Kai, all right? And it just made me realize that this movie existed for none other than a quick cash grab and to capitalize off the popularity of Cobra Kai. Because I feel like as a fan of the Karate Kid franchise, as a fan of Cobra Kai, I am insulted by this movie because this movie should not have happened. Why? Why does this movie even exist? And they sell it by saying, oh, Ralph Macchio, Dan LaRusso is in here. Dan LaRusso doesn't show up to the third act of the movie. And his character serves no purpose, all right? And fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and say, man, this is a spoiler here. I found more enjoyment in the post-credit scene where Johnny Lawrence has a quick cameo, all right? And that little 3-minute post-credit scene with Johnny and Daniel had more charisma in that little scene. For an hour and a half, they could not make me care about the characters or the story. They did more in that 3-minute clip than the whole fucking movie. This shit had no soul. It follows the same beats and tropes from the first Karate Kid movie, like, kind of from all of them. In a movie that moves extremely fast, I found myself being extremely bored. This movie goes at a really quick pace. Like, the scenes almost feel like they're incomplete. Like, you have a scene that happens, and then it goes to something else, and it's like, wait a minute, what? Like, they don't give the scenes room to breathe. All right, it just jumps from one thing to the other, and then the fight tournament is something out of Tekken. It almost seems like a 7-year-old wrote this movie for 7-year-olds. So I think that maybe the age range for this movie is maybe 3 to 7 years old. I think we'll probably enjoy this. But for Karate Kid fans, I think this is a diss. This is an insult. This movie had no soul, no character, no nothing. Maybe AI wrote the script. I don't know. And even Jackie Chan didn't give a fuck about the script, all right? Jackie Chan shows up, and was supposed to be some plot points there. Jackie Chan's like, fuck it. I'm here to show Kung Fu and teach Kung Fu. I don't give a damn about nothing else. It is like when he goes to see Daniel LaRusso, right? And Daniel's like, I'm not going to New York. Okay, I'll see you there. But I'm not good. All right, well, you're going to help me. Jackie Chan's like, I don't give a damn what the script says. Look, let's just get this quick paycheck. Let me show my face. Daniel LaRusso will show you your face. And there you have it, Karate Kid Legends. It'll make a few dollars at the box office. This was a diss. This movie's an abomination. All right? I'll take the next Karate Kid over this one because at least that movie did at least try. Like, at least it did have a story where you did feel for I felt nothing for this boy. Like, there were no stakes. There was nothing that the boy already knew how to fucking fight. All right, they took a page out of Fist of Fury where Bruce Lee could not fight through the whole movie, gets his chain snatched, and then Kaya! He goes into Bruce Lee mode. This boy could already fight. I don't feel sorry for this nigga. All right, and then you got some generic Johnny Lawrence wannabe who had one scene where he showed, I guess, his invincibility, and they show him again later, or like, you know, they show him at the tournament. But okay, well, why am I supposed to hate this guy? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Come on, dog. This shit got my pressure up. Y'all. Even the last fight at the end, the choreography, I guess, was alright. Even though the choreography was good, but because the fight had no story, there was nothing at stake here. I did not care about the end fight. I was falling asleep. How do you fall asleep at a good choreographed fight? This movie is bullshit, and I never want to watch it again. And I saw the teaser trailer. I didn't see the other trailer, but I did see the teaser. I was like, okay, I'm sold with this because I'm still riding my high on Cobra Kai. These motherfuckers knew what they was doing. All right, this is going to cater to the fans that love Cobra Kai. We're going to bring him out to the theater, and we're going to give him a heaping pile of dog shit. And that's what they gave us. I hate to do this, man, because this movie pissed me off so bad. I want to give it an F. I'm going to give this movie an F, man. Fuck this movie. You know what I'm saying? And I feel bad saying it because I do. It does look like the cast was having fun here. You know what I mean? Like they were having fun filming this, but this movie is just a pile of shit. All right? And I never want to watch it again. Like, people was even clapping at the end. I'm like, what the fuck y'all clapping for? And I turned around. It was a bunch of kids from a summer camp. I said, well, maybe that's the demographic, but fuck this movie. All right? My second Karate Kid theatrical experience is terrible. All right? Now I gotta go back and watch the first two movies and maybe Cobra Kai again just to get the bad taste of this movie out my mouth. This was just terrible. All right. Okay, the whole selling point of this movie is 2 branches, 1 tree. The boy already knows kung fu. What do you got no karate for? Isn't kung fu more effective than karate? Maybe school me, I don't know. But with the kung fu that this kid knows, he even taught his girlfriend's dad how to fight. All right, and a little subplot that meant nothing. You know what I'm saying? This kid already knows how to fight, so by the time he's training karate now, it's like this don't mean shit. Got my voice cracking? Yeah, man, I'm out, man. Fuck this movie, man. I don't even want to talk about this anymore, man. I don't even care what y'all think about the movie. If you liked it, I don't care. Whatever, man. I'm out. Gotta take a pressure pill now. This is some bullshit.